kill button on. Okay. Looks good. That's it for now, until I get my oil filter. And maybe I'll put out the first part of this. I haven't even put it out yet. I don't know I don't even know what today's Sunday. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Ugh. Today's December 4th. So, kind of clicked right along with this one and waited for parts for about a week. Everything seems to be good. All you have to do is figure out that fuel tank deal. I'm sure he's going to be able to find some sort of fuel source for this. I'll show you my little. I guess I haven't shown that to anybody yet. My little gas tank deal. That's the gas tank that runs this thing. That was off my bicycle project. Got a little shut off in there. Then that gas line here. There's an extra one here. The gas line goes into the fuel pump, or into the filter, into the pump, out of the pump, comes back into this line, and that goes down to the T and the carburetor. So, and that's zip tied, secured. I don't know. I've got a lot of gas in there. I don't think this thing would use a lot, but fill that tank up, you might be able to get 15-20 miles out of that little tank. There we are. I still flipped that down, but no extra parts that I know of, and we're just gonna keep going at this. Other stuff, then I'll be back, finish this thing off. Alright, till next time. Okay, I'm back. You know, that front plate on my truck says you just can't fix stupid. Today is so stupid. So I need to get an oil filter, and it's been over a week from Amazon. So I go upstairs, get on my computer. It says, well, we may deliver it sometime this week. So I told the wife, I said, get in there and cancel it. So she canceled it. So I started looking to see if I can get a filter as soon as I can get one, which would be the 9th. What is today? Yeah, it would have been the 9th. Today's the 4th. So, you know, Thursday, Friday. Sometimes they deliver them a little earlier. And I'd pay a little bit more for it. And I'm like, okay, geez. Okay. So I ordered it. So I went over to Menards. They're supposed to have oil for motorcycles. You have to get the oil for motorcycles because they have a wet clutch. They have special additives in the oil, yada, 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 for motorcycles for the wet clutch. So I go to Menards. They say they have 7 quarts. They don't have any. So we went out to eat. Where'd we go to? That Lion's Choice. I like that place. Nice, good roast beef sandwiches. So I went to eat, and I said, okay, I'll stop at O'Reilly's. Pick up some oil. So I stopped at O'Reilly's, and I picked up some of this Master Pro 4-cycle, and it says right in here, Superior Wet Clutch Protection for wet clutches. Okay. And it's a 1040. So I says, you guys wouldn't have oil filter for that, would you? He goes, well, I don't know. So we look up the, 93 Honda TV, or is it VT? V-twin, yeah, VT 600 Shadow. And it shows 2 filters. He says, well, I got supposed to be 2 of these in stock. So we look at the one filter, they didn't have it. So I says, well, what about that one there, the K&N? Do you have that? He goes, yeah, we do. So here it is. K&N filter at O'Reilly's for a motorcycle. They have them. Now, for all motorcycles, I don't know. But I was like, oh, my wife is in the truck. I said, just cancel that other filter from Amazon that I have to wait a week for. It's crazy. I ordered one for my trucker for the car, a special one, because it's a better filter. I ordered from Amazon. It's there in 2 or 3 days. Yeah. So I drain the oil. And this, oh, it's black. Black and smells like gas. I already pulled the plug out of the front, but I'll show you here. light. Let's see if you can see it. You can see it from up above. It's more of a hard one to get down below here. Alright, where is it? I can see it from here. Where'd it go? Oh, good God. There it is. I wonder if you can even see that. I'll zoom in here. Right there. Right there. There's the nut. Right there. So I got that off, drained it, came back here, and here's what we always talk about, and this is what my brother ended up having to change an engine for me because I did this. I took the filter off. Here's the filter. There's supposed to be an oil ring. There's supposed to be an oil ring right in here. And there's the oil ring. This is why it's so important. There's the oil ring stuck on the mating surface. Now, if you're going to put another filter on like I did, it's going to leak oil there. So I just got to take that ring off. Slide this up out of the way. Take that ring off, see? Here's the ring. That's the mistake I made, and my brother ended up having to put an engine in the International Scout we had because I didn't do it right. And I always feel bad about that one. But there it is. So put the K&N filter in that one here. And hopefully we'll have it running for today. Come on, get on there. But I don't have a battery for it. I didn't order the battery because I want to make sure the bike ran right. I don't want to order a battery and have to send it back, so I didn't order the battery. And I figured, well, I'll order it after I start it up, make sure it runs right. It's running fine. I tried charging the battery that was in there for 7 years. It's so dead it won't even take a charge. And you can't run these things without batteries in them. They won't run. Some bikes will, this one will not. So I thought, well, if I get a charge into that battery, it will charge this up a little bit. I could maybe take it for a spin today, but no, not quite. But nice thing about the K&N here, it's got a little nut here on the end of it. I put some white chalk on here, so I spin this on wherever it stops. I'll see where that stops, and then I'll just do another 3/4 to a turn. That's what it says on here. I think it says, yeah, 3/4 to 1 turn. It says right up in here, 3/4 to 1 turn after it seats in that. And I'll double check these and make sure everything lines up. So I guess you can never, go to O'Reilly's. Wife said something, and she says, "Why don't you go to O'Reilly's?" I said, "Yeah, I guess I could go to O'Reilly's to get some oil." I never thought I could get a filter there too. And I had to take this off with a strap wrench. Let me grab my strap wrench and show that to you. I think I've showed this in other videos. It's a strap. Goes around the oil filter, and you can either take it on, or you can take it off or put it on. Usually you just tighten them up by hand, but sometimes you get in places I have to put this on. Some places I can't because I don't have that strength in my hands to, give it a 3/4 of a turn. I'll put this on and be very careful and tighten it a little bit. You can buy the wrench that has the little strap on it, but underneath this bike you only have about this much room under that bike, so it doesn't give you that much room to swing. And these straps, I swear by this one, we used to take off big filters. They're about, 1.5 feet long and probably about this big around. Semis, sometimes those things get stuck that you end up having to chisel them off. I've seen that happen a couple times, but I've had that on a breaker bar underneath a semi with my feet propped up on the side of a tire or something, and I'm yanking on this strap with a breaker bar trying to get the oil filter loose. That's how they get stuck on there sometimes, but that's what it is. So I'm going to get the oil filter back on this, Put the oil in it. I'm waiting for the battery. I'm really itching to take this thing out for a spin. Hopefully there won't be any snow on the ground when I take it out for a ride. So, hey, it's getting to be a good Sunday. Oh, gosh. I gotta work tomorrow. Alright, so next one will be the battery going in. Okay, we're going to take it for a spin today. I've got it all rigged up. Is this thing all the way back? That's forward. Okay, gotta make sure I get the gas on. Oop. Gas is on. I got my battery pack on. Shut it off for now. Keith is down, I just started it up for him. Had the oil changed. We're gonna take it for a spin. Take it for a spin. Alright. Hopefully the clutch will work. That's what I was kind of concerned about, the clutch. Not working properly. And you should see me take off here shortly. Alright, let's get this thing rolling. That's one hell of a ride. So it just really gets out and goes. Lost my gas cap somewhere. Gas cap came off. I'll have to go down the road, find it if it didn't. Well, that was fun. Took it out for a good rip up and down the street. Neighbors are awake now. Lost the gas cap. And this whole thing was vibrating. But it worked. License plate? We don't need a license plate. Alright, I'm going to go look for my gas cap. Okay, update. I found the gas cap. I'm walking up there and I'm seeing all the leaves on the ground. I'm like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to find that thing. And I found it. Lucky me. Gotta shut this off first. Hey, it's going to be a nice day, so I figured I'd wash the bike up. And take you along with me. Soaked it down with some Simple Green. It's done. Yeah, it was about 50 degrees today, so I thought I'd come here and wash the dust off it for Keith a little bit. The rest of the week it's supposed to be back in the 30s and getting down to freezing. When I get the battery back in this thing, this great possibility I might be riding this in the snow, but I won't. This is a pretty heavy bike to be just messing around in the snow with. So, taking you along, we're cleaning it up, making it look nice. Too bad that gas tank is so rusted up we can't use it. I covered up some of the plastic or the electronic stuff on here. You know, this stuff does get wet, but it doesn't get drenched. It's in behind a cover, and this one over here is up under the seat. But yeah, it looks a lot nicer. I think somebody, this front fender is kind of rough. I think somebody maybe rattle canned that. It feels kind of rough to the touch. Yeah, looks good though. So, just getting some of the dust and the cobwebs off it. Alright, so hopefully the battery will be in soon, and then I'm going to put one of those battery tenders on there, so you'll be able to watch me do that too. It's not really hard, but I'll be putting that on this bike too. Alright, till next time. See ya. Alright, let's check the lights on the motorcycle again. I gotta replace my batteries, I guess. For my camera, they just die in every 5 seconds. Okay, let's start this again. Oh my god. Son of a bitch, phone. Okay, high, low. That's the right. Push it in to cancel. There's the left. I've got the blinker off here. You're not going to see it. Push it to cancel. Brake light works. Brake light works. Alright. That's low. Okay. Off. Alright, once I get you set up, we're going to glue that part of the fender that the blinker was on that broke. So that's the next segment. I'll be back. Alright, got to glue this little broken piece in here. Got this 2-part JB Weld stuff. Put some of that on there. Put some of that on there. We got some in there. Let's put that up in there. Alright, get something we can light on that, tap it up with, where it sets up. There we go. I'll put some more on the back side. Yeah, everybody's texting everybody. I've already put my answer in. Alrighty. I'll get back with you in a second after I wash the gunk off my hands. This is stuff I use, JB Weld. It's like a 2-part epoxy. It comes in this deal. You squeeze out what you need, and then when I'm done I grab a hold of the plunger and I pull it back just a little bit. This has got a reusable tip on it. You can get Loctite. It comes in 2 different containers, and they're fine by themselves. They don't harden up or anything, and this one doesn't when you put that lid on right. And you just put a little bit of each, equal amounts, mix it up. That works too. So the Loctite stuff works, and this JB Weld stuff works. I'm going to let this dry 3 or 4 hours, and then I'm going to put another coat on the backside. Slather it in the backside to make sure that all bonds up well. Okay, that's the end of that, and then I can wire this back in. I had it in there with duct tape. I'm going to put it in there with duct tape. I'm going to get some butt connectors and maybe do some shrink wrap on it. Make it a good seal. So that's done. We're still waiting for the battery and the battery tender. Hello YouTubers and Odyssey people. Well, I have the battery and the battery tender in, and I'll be putting that in here. I picked up a few other things, so let's go over to the bench. Here's the battery. I had to put this little plastic bag underneath here to hold the screw up, and you'll see why, because I had to slide this into the bike, and this is on the other side. This is going to be the hard side to get everything started. I got the battery tender in. It has this little end deal I'll have to put on the battery. Has a fuse in case you blow it, and that's got a little cap. I just took the cap off. To show you. What else did I get? So I picked up some ends from Harbor Freight, because this thing here is all buggered up. I'm going to replace it. Actually, they're cheaper at Harbor Freight. I think they're $2.99. I mean, you pay tax, and you pay tax when you order from Amazon too. I picked up this light. That's it there. 175 lumen, 20 in the flashlight. It's pretty bright. I'll be using, yeah, you can see it just really, it's a lot brighter than the other one I have. And then it has another little lit lower, and then you got the little flashlight in the end. And it's like it has the little magnets underneath. It has a magnet back here. My other one doesn't. So we're going to be using that today and see if we can't get this all in here. What else did I pick up? Oh, I picked up a set of, I think these were like $4 or something like that. I needed some. And then I'll have to get all this stuff together for Keith. Oh, ouch. Just ran into the bike. Ow, that hurt. Gather all this stuff together. I think everything came, the carb kit, the battery tender, the filter, the oil. What else did I put on this bike? All those little carburetor rubber deals. All that came up to around $204. Probably a year ago it probably would have came up to about $150 with everything, you know, going up in price. So that's not bad. Hopefully I'll be taking it out this afternoon. I have my little GoPro wannabe. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I'll go over it with you before I clamp it on my head. We're going to take this out for a spin today. I think later on this afternoon, it's about 10:30 now. Later on this afternoon, it's supposed to get nicer. It's pretty wet out there. I mean, I'd take the bike out, but I don't want to get it all sloppy wet. I just got it all cleaned up the other day. So get all this together, put some gas on it, get the seat on it. I won't have to have that battery pack on my crotch riding this thing. And make sure I tighten up the gas cap pretty tight, and then we take it out for a spin. Okay, I want to show you on this back side where this, hold the light and that. Right under here is, you can see the wire. There's a little wire there, this one here, and then there's the big wire right there. Right there. Now I have to slide that in from the other side, get those two lined up, plus the battery tender one lined up, and and try to get that started all in one. So that's going to be the fun one. Alright, let's try this again. I wonder how big this is compared to my other one. Alright, just want to make sure it's the same size. Okay, let's push this in. There we go. Alright. Now, I don't know how that's going to work. How this is going to work. Well, I'm going to try my best, but I think my hands are going to get in the way because I have to get in here to get at that. There's that thing. Oh, wow. I don't know if that's ever gonna. Yeah, you couldn't see me when I was doing this, but there's the, where is it? Right there. Am I there somewhere? Oh, gosh. There it is. Come on, where are you, camera? Am I there yet? That's it. There it is. There it is, back in there. Oh my gosh. Took me about 15-20 minutes to get that stupid thing started. Alright, I'm on the positive side now, on the side that's more accessible. I put this piece of plastic in there and slid that screw or bolt or nut in there so it at least holds it up in place so I can get it started. Once I get it started, I might be able to just yank that piece of plastic out. Let's see what happens here. Can't see what's going on. Alright, right here is where I'm at. Gotta follow my fingers. There it is. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. So I couldn't get the ground on the other side, and so I'm going to have to put the ground on this side. There just wasn't enough room. It's pretty hard to begin with. And this one here, when I hook this up, there it goes. Looks like it's, yep. Alrighty, so now all we have to do is tighten it up. I checked the voltage, and seems to be good. I'm going to start this up and make sure this thing is charging also before I get too crazy and tighten this thing up. I mean, before I button everything back up here. Alright, that was fun. That backside was a bugger to get at, try to get that ground in there. There's no way I would have got this little ground eyelet. I had to slid the eyelet in there, but where was it? Here. I had slid the eyelet in there, but it was hitting right here on this, right where it's crimped on here, and it wouldn't go in any farther because it's so tight in there. So I was trying to pull this over farther with my screwdriver, but I couldn't because this thing was hitting something above the battery, so I couldn't get that in there. So I'll just hook the ground to the back side when I tighten it up. That's a nice bolt that goes through there. That should give a good ground. Like I said, I'm going to start this up, hook my voltmeter up to it and make sure it's charging. I have everything else fixed, the lights, the chain is lubed up, and everything's all ready to go. So when we get back on this one, start up, check the charging system, then I'll put all the side covers and stuff back on, put the seat back on, put some gas in her, and we can take her for a rip. Okay, release the Kraken. Yep, I'm ready. Gary! Gary! Come here! What's up? Bike's been sitting for a week. I got the voltmeter on here to see if it's going to charge. New batteries in it. So I'll pull out the Choke! Oh, turn the gas on first. I think there's still some gas in this tank. Should be gas in the bowls, I would think. Yeah, there's gas in there. It's been sitting, yeah, for about 7 days, something like that. All right. That. It's on run. Choke is out. Look at that, it starts right up. Is that 14 volts? Look at that. Where is the second kit? Awesome. Awesome saucy. Awesome sauce. Started right up. Okay. Started right up, charging at 14 volts. I don't have a digital meter, so that's what it looks like. So it's charging. So let's put this thing all back together, and then once the dries out a little bit more, it's got back from where'd we go to? Big Biscuit. God, they got good food. Probably wait for about another hour, maybe 2. It's supposed to start. Sun's supposed to come out. I want the street a little bit drier if I'm going to take this motorcycle out. Just a little bit more safer. So let's put this thing back together. Yeah. Alrighty. See if we can get this back together now. And I'm going to put this up behind one of these. That's not fitting in there right. Okay, let me come back. Okay, we're back. Got the screws in here. I'm going to oil up these little rubbers with some WD before we snap those in there since they're pretty dry. And just put a little oil on them. They should snap right in place. Should be this side. This is the tender. Just have to pull the side cover off and put that in there. Things in there. There's one there. That must be the one there. Alright. Got a rag here somewhere. Some of the water spots off it. Alright, put the other side on, we'll put the seat on, and we're going to be ready to go. Alright, stand by. Alright, well, we're having fun getting this seat on. I put a screwdriver with a skinny shank on this side and pulled it ahead, started the bolt on the other side. Just takes this 10mm bolt to get this thing started because the seat keeps wanting to come back this way and not go back into the hole. So, skinny shanked. Fits in the hole, pulled it forward, get the other side started first, pull it ahead, then tighten the other side, so hopefully this side will go in. Let's see. That's what I'm thinking. There we go. See if this will start. Feels like it's starting. Doesn't want to go down without a fight. Okay. So, good God. Fighting me all the way. What I'm going to do next, while everything's drying outside, we're going to drain that tank. We want to see what kind of goo is inside that tank. I'm going to take the pitcock off the bottom of the tank, and we're going to drain it out that way. I know a lot of the guys that go to their website, the guys that have and do the same thing I do here, kinda. They said they wish they had smell-o-vision for. I don't better take my hat off. I don't want to splash anything. Don't want to get anything on my DeSantis hat. Wish they had smell-o-vision, because how bad gas smells. You don't really know unless you really work with it. Alright, let's see how bad this looks. If we can get it out of here. Whoa. Yeah, well, there's supposed to be a filter on there, which I think is... Yep, it's up in there now. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. Pour it in here. You can't see it out of the picture. Might have having to put this into two. Here, look at that. Ooh, look at that. It don't supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be like clear. Alright. Kind of thought we might have had a couple gas. There are places that I can dispose of this through the city. They'll dispose of this old gas for me. Okay. Alright. So, there's that. Hopefully next time you'll be seeing me fire this thing up and heading down the road for a little test drive. Bye. Alrighty. Gonna take her out for a rip. Gloves here. Shut the lights off. Boop. Alrighty, we're going to take the sickle out for a rip. Motorcycle. There we go. That's good. Alright. Gas is on. Choke is out. Key is on. Start it.
running good. She's a little cold-blooded son of a bitch, I tell you that. That's a Honda. They are cold-blooded. Plus, it's cold out. I hope this thing is working right.
Oh, you were riding it?
Yeah, I'm taping it.
Very cool.
Yeah, so.
Sounds like she's running pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Just needs to get out and get run.
Yeah.
Just needs to get out and get run. But once you get a plate on this damn thing, then I'll take it out and take it for a 5-6 mile run.
So now I definitely need to get it plated, huh?
Yeah. Well, I got your tender on here. You just have to pull this cover off and hook your tender up. That's all hooked up.
You want some money now, man?
No, I ain't worried about it. I know where you live. I have to get the spark plugs in this probably tomorrow or Monday. They say tomorrow, but it might be Monday or Tuesday before the plugs come in. So I just wanted to take.
Just running off the old plugs?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's running fine. It's just like I said. It's just cold-blooded, and it hasn't been running 7 years. So everything I got in the carburetor should be good. But well, you'll see it. You watch this thing here. It gets towards and then it just hits that right RPM, and this thing turns on.
Okay.
So this thing's a pretty wicked little bike. I like this.
Nice.
I don't know if I want to bring it back. Video. It's in the video.
Okay. Hey, what's up, guys?
I was just going to skid out in front and rev it up, and then I seen Keith there. Wake you up.
Got it running, huh?
Oh, yeah. You didn't hear me ripping up and down the street? Yeah. This thing sounds like a Harley. She got some popping when I let off it. You could tell they took the baffles out of it. So it's cool.
Very cool, man.
Told Keith I didn't want to give it back to him.
You like it?
Oh, yeah, I do. This thing really goes, man. This thing hits a mean mid-range to high RPM, boy. This thing really flies.
Hey! What's he talking about here?
This is a bike for ass hauling.
Yeah. Looks like I definitely got to get a...
Yeah, get this thing titled.
Lights right back there.
Look at that. Purrs like a kitten. This thing purrs like a kitten. Wake up the neighbors. Oh. Horn works. Alrighty. Woohoo! Gee, a running machine. Running machine. So, that's it. Go check my video out. And probably put spark plugs in it tomorrow. That's not nothing to watch. So, this is the end of it. And I'm going to see if this worked. I had this thing pointed one time. I was looking at my feet. The other time I was looking at the sky. So, we'll see about where I'm at now. Alright. Another one done. Be nice to your neighbor. See ya. Bye. Boop. Yeah, I added this at the end of part 4. There's going to be a part 5 where we clean out the gas tank. And I'll explain that at the beginning of part 5. But this is not the end. We have another video yet, which will be a pretty short one. Hopefully, doing the gas tank. Alright, see ya. See ya on part 5.